guys, welcome to the channel. If you've never been here before, my name is Trent and I appreciate you coming. If you have been here before and you're watching another one of my videos, I appreciate you coming back to watch it. If you guys could all do me a favor and subscribe if you like the content, it helps me out a lot. Now, let's get to this broadhead review. What kind of broadhead review? This is an interesting concept. I don't know if I necessarily classify it as a broadhead. I classify it more as a lethality adder. I'm talking about the Crossbreed by a company called True Blue Broadheads. It's an Australian company, and I actually found them on Instagram. It's a pretty cool concept. I'm going to show you real quick. So this is the Crossbreed, just this section. And what the Crossbreed does is it screws into your ferrule like a normal broadhead, and then adds 2 inches of cutting diameter to whatever you screw in the top. Now, if you notice, I have a standard slick trick screwed in there. It'll literally accept anything that's got standard threading. So I could screw a field point in this and shoot it like a 2-inch mechanical broadhead. Or I can screw a slick trick, I can screw a Magnus, I could screw a Rage in the front if I really wanted to. You might have some penetration issues, but you could do it. And that's kind of why I like this concept though. It leaves a lot to the imagination and it makes things exciting. You get to tinker around now and you get to play with it like, ooh, what's this broadhead do up front? And what's this do up front? And things of that nature. So I'm excited about this. Now, another cool thing about the Crossbreed, it comes in a blister pack and it's nice packaging, but I want to point notice to this right here. What that is that's the things to completely rebuild all 3 Crossbreeds one time. So 6 blades, extra O-rings, extra collars, spacers, everything you need to rebuild that Crossbreed once, not twice, once. So you essentially get 6 broadheads for a price of $43 plus $8 shipping. So for 51 bucks, you get 6 broadheads, provided that the True Breed ferrule, gosh, I keep doing that. The Crossbreed ferrule, provided the Crossbreed ferrule doesn't bend, you get 6 broadheads for 51 bucks. With an industry standard of $40 for a 3-pack, I'd say that's pretty good. Now, something else you should know. The Crossbreed in itself is 100 grains. So you have to take into consideration the Crossbreed weight plus whatever you screw up front. So for somebody that wants to shoot a mechanical broadhead but wants to get into high FOC stuff, I think this is like a really good answer because you can put a 100 grain field point in there and shoot a 200 grain mechanical, 2-inch mechanical. Or you can put a broadhead in there like I did and shoot. But it'll get you that high FOC, that big cut head, or the big cut head in a high FOC package. So when I test this, I'm gonna do a few things. I'm gonna do a sharpness tester. Now my sharpness tester was actually made for the knife industry. So it's like proper, if that makes sense to you. Like I'm not just winging it here. I've got an actual scale that I test the sharpness of these things on. After that, we'll do ballistics gel testing, and I generally don't use ballistics gel to test penetration because I don't think the ballistics gel I have is close to what an animal is as far as density. However, it is a consistently dense material. So what I'm going to do in this case is test the Crossbreed plus the slick trick versus a standard slick trick. Now, this arrow setup that I have in my hand is built to shoot 200 grain heads. I also have an arrow setup built to shoot 100 grain heads, the slick trick by itself, that is within 2 grains of this. So it is as close to apples as I can possibly get. I'm not getting any extra arrow weight here shooting at this ballistics gel. So you'll get to see apples to apples penetration from the slick trick by itself versus the slick trick and the Crossbreed. After that, I'm going to shoot them through water jugs, and don't get me twisted here. I know a water jug is not a good comparison for blood trails because a lot of things can happen with an animal. What I want to show with the water jugs, or potentially not show, is that the Crossbreed actually does make a difference in the damage done. So I'll shoot them and I'll put them side by side and let them drain out and see which one drains faster. Maybe the slick trick does better than the Crossbreed, maybe not. You see these tests as I do them. I've not done these before, so it's interesting for me to see also. I do an accuracy test, and when I do the accuracy test, I'm going to put a field point on front instead of the slick trick. Why? Because I want to know how accurate the Crossbreed is. I don't want to know how accurate the slick trick is. The slick trick is going to be really what steers it because it's a fixed blade. I want to know how accurate the Crossbreed is. So it'll be a 100 grain field point, and I'll shoot it with another arrow built for 200 grains with a 200 grain field point for accuracy. And then the last thing I do is, I call it destruction testing, but a lot of people call it durability testing. And essentially all I'm going to do is I'm going to find something hard. I have a telephone pole back there, and that's probably what I'll use. I'll put a 100 grain field point in the front, and I'll shoot the Crossbreed into the telephone pole, see how she makes it. If she makes it out good, then I'd say it's fairly durable. And yeah, I understand that's not comparable to an animal. It's about if it can make it through this, it can make it through an animal. Okay, I'm tired of talking. You're probably tired of listening to me. Let's do the testing. Alrighty. This is out of package sharpness testing. This is a literally brand new out of pack, not shot into anything head. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty dang sharp. That's the sharpest mechanical that I've ever tested. We'll go slick trick first on the left side, and then we'll do the crossbreed on the right side. Alrighty, we'll get up close and check them out. Well guys, there it is. Look at that. The penetration for the slick tricks is almost identical. And then look at the wound channel difference. Up top you'll see the slick trick wound channel, and it's pretty good. But I'm trying to get it to show you the... There you go. You can see it there. See the crossbreed wound channel? And look at that entry hole. Like, that ain't a, like, slick trick ain't got an entry hole like that at all. But look at the entry hole in the True, or the crossbreed, the True Blue. Yeah, there's the O-ring. That's nuts. And honestly, I think the crossbreed would have penetrated a little further yet had it not hit the target. I don't know how much, so don't get crazy here, but it actually, those blades are cutting into my target because I shot it a little low. Crazy, man. Not at all what I expected, to be 100% honest with you. I expected really poor penetration. I didn't think about it till after I pulled the slick trick out, but look at the entries. You got your 4-blade slick trick standard cut here, which is nice, don't get me wrong. Look at the freaking True Blue, dude. You got a 2-inch cut, plus you got the slick trick X. Yikes, dude. That's a scary cut. Alrighty guys, we are back here doing the accuracy testing. My shot distance here is 36, 37 yards. Can't quite reach 40 in my yard here. So, crossbreed first, field point second. Let's get her done. Alrighty, let's go check her out. Alrighty, so here you have it. This is my field point. This is the True Blue, or the crossbreed. And I'll tell you exactly what happened because I watched it and I could hear it. The blades opened during flight. You know, on these crossbreeds, there are little notches in these blades down here at the bottom, and that's where you're supposed to put the O-ring. I would bet if I slide the O-ring up, I wouldn't have that issue. But those little notches are where the manufacturer recommends it, so that's how I'm shooting it. So I had some blade opening and it caused it to hit low and left. Yeah. Stem broke off, ferrule's bent. Blades are still intact, but they're loose. Bulged that out. Maybe, I mean, it's a mechanical, honestly. That's the way I look at it. It's a mechanical broadhead. I really don't expect a lot on mechanical broadheads when it comes to durability testing. There she is. The penetration blew my mind. Honestly, I did not expect it to penetrate nearly as well as just a slick trick by itself. So that's a shocker. The milk jug thing makes sense to me. There's more cut there, but it speaks for itself. Durability, I don't expect much out of a mechanical broadhead ever in a durability test, like any of them, so it's kind of whatever to me. Accuracy was a little bit of a concern. I think it's an easy remedy just by rolling the O-ring up a little bit. I think those notches on the blades need to be just a touch higher. Other than that, you know, like I said, I like it. Drop in the comments what broadhead you would throw on top. I like the slick trick. I think this is a pretty dang lethal combo. And I may actually shoot this year, kill some does or something like that. Like, I think it's a cool combo. I think it does a lot of damage and it penetrates pretty good. So for me, slick trick makes sense. But what would you put on top? I'm curious. Drop in the comments. I think that'd be a fun conversation. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, especially thank you. It means a lot to me that you watch my content, and I love making it for you. If you do like my content, please don't forget to subscribe. It does really help me out a lot. And as always, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.